Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, we got this information in a very, very weird way, but we do know the next 2 Sparking units will be getting in the game. And I'll just go straight over to the news section because they were finally shown off in the news section. So we're going to be getting a new banner soon called Legends Mega Rising, where we're able to get 2 times the Z power and 1 Sparking unit guaranteed, which is actually pretty nice. So it's a bit more enticing than Legends Rising was. But anyway, the new units we'll be getting are a brand new Super Saiyan Future Trunks and a transforming Cell from second form to perfect form. And also, apparently, Trunks and Vegeta will also be in this banner as well. So if you need like a yellow unit for like Future or whatever the case may be, they'll be on it. So that's pretty cool. But we do have the actual details on the characters now. So if we go over to Trunks, we see that he's obviously sparking in a purple unit. Now, this is actually very interesting because apart from Vegeta Clan, it's been a very, very long while since we got a purple unit for both Future and hybrids. Because if I'm not mistaken, the last Future unit we got that was purple was LF Cell, and the last hybrid was LF Revival Gohan. So getting a new purple hybrid is definitely not bad in my book. Like, it's definitely time for them to try to update that particular element factor, again, for both hybrids and also for Future, in my personal opinion. But apart from that, though, again, we have the details. It shows traits now with Ultimate Arts, Special Cover Change, Special Cover Change Nullification, okay, Attack Up, God Key, and Assault. So he's a melee type, Episode Future Trunks Saga, tags Vegeta Clan hybrids, Super Saiyan, and Future. Ultimate skill, Final Flash, deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, destroys all cards and randomly draws 4 new ones, okay, that's not bad, and restores ki by 50. Okay, so that kind of saved it completely. So if you use the ultimate attack, you lose your hand, but you also do get an entirely new hand and enough ki to at least use a card afterwards. So that's good. And then plus 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Blast armor when charging forward. That's the cherry on top right there. So again, you land the ult, it has blast armor, you lose your hand, but you do draw 4 extra cards plus enough ki to use them, which is good. Now, obviously in scenarios where if you have like a really good hand and then, you know, it gets destroyed, but then you draw a new hand and it sucks, that could actually suck. But in a general retrospect, at least you will be prepared for what your opponent may try to do after you land your ultimate attack. Anyway, moving on. Special move, Piercing Sword, deals massive pierce damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed on hit, blast armor when charging forward. This sounds fantastic. So it sounds like it's just a rushdown because it's, you know, Piercing Sword. I highly doubt it's just gonna be launching his sword from long range. But again, you raise your special move damage and you nullify endurance. That's fantastic. Again, being able to nullify endurance is always going to be a good thing with the added benefit of having blast armor. So again, when you're in those neutral situations where you're in mid-range, or maybe if you're in long range but you're able to predict the opponent, you can just blast straight through all the, you know, blasts from, you know, blast arts and then be able to try to deal damage. It's good. And of course, again, the added benefit of being able to nullify endurance. So that's good. Main ability, you dare talk to me about right and wrong. Draw the ultimate arts card, Final Flash next, restores own health by 30% and ki by 40, plus 20% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, -5 to own strike and blast arts cost cannot be cancelled, plus 1 to amount special cover change can be used. Requirement 25 timer counts must let. Whoa. Okay, so whenever you see +1 to amount, or yeah, +1 to amount special cover change can be used, that means they have cover rescue. That's really, really good. Because again, I always try to tell people, for example, we have Ultra Broly in the game, right? And this cover change is extremely powerful. It covers darn near everything, right? Again, strike, blast, some special moves, some special skills, right? It just doesn't cover ultimate attacks, right? The thing with cover rescue is cover rescue saves you from everything. No ands, ifs, or buts in terms of like what would happen apart from, you know, like specific circumstances that prevent your cover change from happening. So apart from that, if you have cover rescue, you are guaranteed to save whoever is about to get hit by whatever move, ultimate attack, rising rush, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that is really good. On top of being able to heal yourself, that's always gonna be great, and adding extra ki into, you know, your ki gauge. So that means that, again, you heal up, you get enough ki to at least continue a combo to a certain extent because it's up to 40. So if you have a special move, depending on the circumstances, you may not be able to use it, but every other card, you should be able to use it perfectly fine. That's good. And then, of course, you increase your damage, which is always good. You lower the arts cost for strike and blast. That's also good as well. Special skill, resentment against 2 evil gods. Restores own ki by 50. Wow. Okay. This Trunks has a lot of ki restoration. That's going to be really, really good. Restores own vanishing gauge by 50%. Okay. Cancels own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. So, again, this unit is going to be really good with ki because a lot of his abilities seem to keep his ki in check, which is really good. He increases his vanishing gauge. It's by 50, so it's not bad. It's definitely not bad because being able to just recover it in a general retrospect like that much it's okay. But that sweet spot, I would say, would be like 70%. Like, if you're able to get it up by 70%, that's usually like enough for you to be able to get it back pretty quick. But 50%, it's okay. But the ki is good, and also being able to nullify cover change with that special skill is really nice as well. And then we get to the Z abilities. Z ability 1, plus 22% to tag future or tag Vegeta Clan base strike and blast attack during battle. Z ability 2, plus 26% to tag future or tag Vegeta Clan base strike attack and blast attack during battle. Z ability 3, plus 2% to special move damage inflicted by tag future, and plus 30% to tag future, tag Vegeta Clan, or tag Hybrid Saiyan base strike and blast attack during battle. And Z ability 4, plus 3% to special move damage inflicted by tag future, and plus 35% to tag future, tag Vegeta Clan, or tag Hybrid Saiyan base strike and blast attack during battle. So raising that special move damage is going to be nice, especially for future because of the fact of Rose being on that team now, and his special move hits really hard. So that is actually good. I have no issues with that whatsoever. Okay, and then the unique ability, Flame of Hope returning to the future. Plus 25% to damage inflicted against tag God Ki cannot be cancelled. Makes complete sense. Actually, I wonder how that's going to work against Ultra Rose, because this unit has element factor advantage against him. So that'll be interesting to see. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 80% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Plus 100% to next special move damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. What the heck? Oh my god, that's probably gonna be devastating, but we'll see. Reduces damage received by 65%, cannot be cancelled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, cannot be cancelled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 20 timer counts, cannot be cancelled. Plus 50% to ki recovery, cannot be cancelled. That's actually really, really good. Especially, again, the damage inflicted buff, plus being able to boost your next special move, and then on top of that, you reduce a decent amount of damage, and you get that arts card draw speed increase. So on top of being able to get a ton of ki, you're also able to get lots of arts cards. So on paper, this Trunk should be able to keep his combos going for a very, very long time. It's actually sounding pretty solid right now. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. It's sure enough another ki buff. Restores own ki by 20. Oh my goodness. Plus 15% to damage inflicted by allies, cannot be stacked. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -1 arts card draw speed level for 10 timer counts. Inflicts enemy or all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received for 10 timer counts. Okay, not bad. And then we have Heart Ablaze for Retribution. Receive 0 damage when changing cover for the first time. Activates during assist. Again, that's the cover rescue, which you will have 2 of them if you do pop your main afterwards, if I'm not mistaken. The following effects occur upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Draw a special move arts card next, activates once. All right, cool. Restores own ki by 10, plus 5% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates 6 times. Okay, wow. Applies attribute upgrade -5 to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self, cannot be cancelled, activates 6 times. Holy. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to damage received for 10 timer counts. inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 20% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. That's actually gonna be a really, really good one. Apply the following effects to self when enemy activates Rising Rush. Whoa. Restores health by 25%, activates once. Okay. Shortens substitution by 10. What? Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield if there is a defeated battle member. Restores health by 20, activates 3 times, restores ki by 20. So, pretty much, this dude has like the Tapion effect. What the heck? But with the added benefit of, I mean, granted, if, you know, the circumstances are like perfect for it, of the added benefit of completely avoiding Rising Rush. Because remember, when Tapion released, he had the ability where if the enemy activated Rising Rush, his timer counts would go down by 10, which more often than not would allow you to throw him in immediately to have him take the Rising Rush. So a lot of people use Tapion as Rising Rush fodder. But now with this Trunks, he has the same ability with the added benefit of having cover rescue. So again, if they activate Rising Rush, he'll be able to just, if you swap him out, they activate Rising Rush, he's going right back in and getting them out of the way. That's fantastic. And note, these are really like decent support abilities, and he's a melee type. That's actually unbelievable. Anyway, let's move on to the last unit of the banner, and it's not other than Second Form Cell, which, this is crazy. I was not expecting Second Form Cell. That's actually insane. Anyway, so Second Form Cell is a red unit. Now, I think red units may have the opportunity to start coming back soon, especially because we have like a very powerful green unit now to kind of keep the blue units at bay. Some exceptions would be like, you know, Zamasu in 17, but he might actually have a fighting chance, especially because he should be able to pair perfectly on Future. And not only that, the last time we had a red Future unit, the red Future unit we got last were the androids. The last red regen unit we got, I believe, was Buhan. And if I'm not mistaken, he's on powerful opponent as well, and we literally just got ultra hit. There's no way this unit's replacing him. So, but I do see him having a potential spot. Anyway, his traits are special cover change strike, so he has strike cover. Special cover change nullification, that's good. Unfavorable element factor nullification, that's really good. Transforming, obviously, and attack up android. So he is also a melee type. Cell Saga Z tags android, future, regen, absorption, and powerful opponent. Special move Hell Crush deals massive explode damage. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Destroys all cards and randomly draws 3 new ones. Okay, nice. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens substitution count by 5, cannot be stacked. Effects reset after character switch or transformation. Okay, cool. So that is not bad. Granted, if it gave you like a bit of key, that would actually make it like much better. But it's not bad. Like at the very least, you'll have like a hand to utilize. You just need the key to use it. Main ability. So let's get on with the feast. Transform into perfect form. Restores own health by 30%. Restores own vanishing gauge by 100%. That's really good. Reduces impact and slice damage received by 30% for 30 timer counts. Cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Requirements: 25 timer counts must elapse. Okay, that's not bad, especially the vanishing gauge is really, really good. Skyrocketing power level. Destroys all of your own cards and randomly draws 3 new ones. Restores own key by 20. Okay, so this special skill sounds a bit more enticing than the special move, because at least you get key with it, which is good. Minus 15 to own special move arts cost for 15 timer counts. Restoration for 15 timer counts. Okay. Hopefully I read that right. Oh no, sorry, I skipped it. It's minus 15 to own special move arts cost for 15 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 3% to health restoration for 15 timer counts. I read that wrong. I'm reading this off my phone. I apologize. Apply the following effects to self. Yeah, based on the number of arts cards destroyed, activates 3 times. 1 card, you restore health by 5%. 2 cards, restores health by 10%. And 3 cards, restores health by 15%. So when you go for it, just make sure that you practically have a full hand. That's pretty much it. Okay, Z ability 1, plus 22% to tag future or tag regen, base strike attack and blast defense during battle. Okay, so it's a slight difference from Trunks. Z ability 2, plus 26% to tag future, tag regen, or tag android, base strike attack and blast defense during battle. Z ability 3, plus 30% to tag future, tag regen, or tag android, base strike attack and blast defense, and plus 15% to tag powerful opponent, base blast attack during battle. And Z ability 4, plus 35% to tag future, tag regen, or tag android base strike, attack, and blast defense, and plus 18% to powerful opponent base blast attack during battle. Okay, so there's that. And then the unique abilities, Obsession with Perfection. Bars, what the heck? Bar, flames! Anyway, plus 25% to damage inflicted against tag android cannot be cancelled. I don't know how well that's going to... Well, okay, I take that back. I'll explain how that could work in just a bit. Applies the following effects to itself when battle starts, plus 90% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, reduces damage received by 60% cannot be cancelled, minus 5 to strike and blast arts cost cannot be cancelled. That's really good. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores own health by 10%, restores own ki by 20, plus 50% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, activates once. Increases own arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts, inflicts all enemy tag Vegeta clan with 5 substitution counts, activates once. Ooh, okay. That's where that gets interesting. So, this cell, I won't say a hard counter, but based off that ability alone, that actually could be, I would say, a soft counter to the new Trunks. And the reason why I say that is because, again, when Trunks goes into battle, usually your timer counts ranges from like sometimes 8, 10, like depending on which unit to use, right? But Trunks has the ability to knock it down like by 10 if the enemy uses Rising Rush. But the thing is, if this unit is in, that Trunks, obviously being part of Vegeta clan, gets an extra 5 to the timer counts. So because of that, it could go all the way up to like 13 to 15. So that means that he may not be able to come in and save people. That's actually really, really like crazy. Wow, all right. Anyway, continuing. Applies the following effects to self if enemy's health is 50% or below. Draw a special move arts card next. Okay, not bad. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts. Activates once. Applies buff effect. Nullify enemy special actions that activate when cover changing for 10 timer counts. Okay. So, This also ties with when I was talking about the plus 25 to damage inflicted against tag android. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, there's not really a yellow android unit, so he's not really gonna be able to take advantage of that. The only android unit that's, actually no, I would say the only 2 android units that are getting lots of play right now would be LF-17 and Hellfighter 17. And I would say on rare occasions at this point, the, tag androids, right? But the thing is, this depends on if the enemy's health is 50% or below. So more often than not, if you have this cell in and the opponent has, like, let's say LF-17, they would more than likely throw in 17 to go up against, this unit. But the thing with that is, you would have to try to get him down to 50%, or you have to try to get another unit down to 50% before 17 gets in to really take advantage of that. And that's not really gonna help. And that's just for the extra damage against androids, right? In a general retrospect, you also have Zamasu. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It just seems like it's gonna be difficult to execute and or utilize. That's really it. But I mean, you do nullify cover change as well, so that's good. So it's not bad. It could be better in my opinion. It's just, again, difficult to utilize, but if utilized properly, it can be effective. That's about it. And then the last part, Astonishing Power-Up, applies the following effects to itself when changing cover, randomly destroys 1 card, reduces ki by 30, and then knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. Activates during assist. So yes, strike cover. It doesn't say that there's, oh no, comboable arts spell move. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, what the heck? He has to be able to combo something. Applies the following effects to itself after enemy attack is over. Randomly draws at most 3 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Gradually restores health each timer count for 60 timer counts. Cannot be cancelled. Activates once. Okay, not bad. Cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Activates 3 times. Applies the following effects to self every time an arts card is drawn while this character is on the battlefield. Restores ki by 10 plus 10% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. So, yeah, that's really it. Honestly, Trunks sounds a lot more enticing than Cell, but I I don't think Cell would be bad. I think Cell is just in a slightly more rough spot, just because even though we do have a powerful green unit to keep some of the blue units at bay, they're still powerful. Again, LF-17, Zamasu, those are going to be major threats against Cell, apart from when Cell goes element neutral, but that's going to be major threats to Cell. But in Trunks' case, Trunks is fine. We don't got no yellow unit going crazy right now, so Trunks is able to probably hop in. He may even be like a potential like defense against Ultra Rose, and not only that, he can work with Ultra Rose because they're both future units. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Like I said, Trunks sounds a lot more enticing than Cell, but obviously we have to wait and see like what they're actually made of when they drop, or at least when we get some gameplay. But I do want to know what you guys think about both of these units in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.